Welcome back. Did you know that groundwater makes up 99% of the water we use here in the Coachella Valley? It is a dependable water supply that is critical to those who live, work, and play here. Clark Elliott joins us from the Desert Water Agency to discuss the importance of groundwater. And, of course, it is Groundwater Awareness Week.
That's right. It's Groundwater Awareness Week, so we thought what better opportunity to talk about Desert Water Agency and how our primary purpose is ensuring that there is groundwater management, that we can preserve this resource for future generations. And along the way, in addition to that groundwater awareness that we do for the Western Coachella Valley, we've also picked up 75,000 water customers who live and get to enjoy that groundwater.
Now, talk about groundwater management, because this is an enormous part of what you do. It's not just about delivering clean water to homes and businesses, but it's also managing wastewater and making sure that we preserve our groundwater.
Of course, and there's no doubt that, anyone who lives here knows that it's hot and it's dry. And what we do to combat that is that we import that groundwater and move it out from areas that have more wet weather, and ensure that that water can then be moved and soak into the ground at one of our groundwater replenishment facilities throughout the Coachella Valley.
Now, when we bring in imported water, it does have to basically filter into the aquifer, and so there are these large pools that are responsible for doing that.
That's right, and what's really cool about those is that they also kind of filter that water as they move through it. We actually hosted the city manager of Desert Hot Springs for a tour of one of those facilities in the Desert Hot Springs area, and tried to teach kind of our community about the importance of that groundwater.
You guys are also working very hard to replace older infrastructure to make sure that water delivery goes on uninterrupted.
Of course, but it's not all about that water supply. In addition to that water supply, making that reliable, we're also trying to reduce demand, and conservation is a critical part of reducing that demand. So the further we conserve, the more we can use our supplies into the future.
And to conservation, you offer programs where you have irrigation controls that are specialized for this. You also have turf removal programs that help replace grass with desert turf so that you can save on your water.
That's right. So we have all of our incentives, and if you're trying to think of tips on how to conserve, a great place to start is www.dwa.org/save.
Put it right up there on the screen. So if you're looking for conservation ideas, that's a terrific place. And they do have some great incentives as well. I have one of those smart irrigation controllers, and I love it because I can control it from my phone. When a stray dog comes in the yard, I just turn my sprinklers on. That's not the best use of it, but but it also makes sure that when we get a little rain, you don't water your yard after the rainfall, which is important.
That's right.
Thank you, Clark. Good to see you. All right. We have more to come here on News Channel 3. Stay tuned. You're watching the Desert's News Leader.